Hello and welcome to today's Dalal Street Week Ahead video. Now I'll be taking a look at the market in general, plus I'll take a detailed look at Maruti, Eicher and Britannia. These three stocks are a crucial point, and I'll take a look at what equity traders plus option traders should do. Now coming to the market in general, I think the coming week is going to be guided more by the bank Nifty than the Nifty. Why I say that is the Nifty is right now not far away from a very important support of 24,400. What I say, if I'm not mistaken, Nifty closed at 24,627 on Friday. The futures I'm talking about, and 24,400 to 340 is a very important support zone. So we're going to have to see if it breaks the low of Friday, naturally, how it goes towards that direction, how it handles that. But the one which is really still holding, if you look at it in a bigger perspective on a daily chart, is the Bank Nifty, and it's, if you see the volume build up and everything in it is more concentrated. So that's going to be more of a money giver if you're especially a day trader this week. It will be easier for you to make money if you focus on the banking sector than if you focus on the Nifty. So that's how I look at it. Also, this whole week, whether you're trading the Nifty, whether you're trading Bank Nifty, whether you're trading FMCG stocks or anything, one thing which will keep coming into effect is the Donald Trump tariff issue. This year's number one, constantly there's a rumor coming that India is going to reduce buying Russian oil and all that. So all that is going to have to be seen on the whole mix. In fact, when I look at the total amount of trade being done with the US, I do not know why most countries are that afraid, as they can find everyone can find other markets to sell to, and in the end of it, the biggest, if everyone was to do that, the US will be the biggest loser in the whole mix. But that is another story. Now let's pop on to the three stocks. So I'll start with Maruti, then I'll cover Asia, then I'll cover Britannia. Coming to Maruti Suzuki, now according to me, how it has closed on Friday, it has closed right above its key support at 12,225. So basically, this is a stock that you're going to have to watch. If it breaks 12,225, it's going to be a clean shot to 11,910 and 11,725. However, as long as it is between 12,225 and 12,820, you're not going to get a clean trend, and this is a box trend. If it breaks this, then it goes to 12,8. Sorry, 13,113. I didn't update the price on that part. So, what's my trading plan? Equity, this is a big X according to me. Options, if it breaks 12,225, option buyers can get good intraday shots to 11,910 only. Do not consider overnight option buys in this, because you're going to lose your money most likely. If you're doing option buying, keep it intraday. Option sellers, if it breaks 12,225, they can go and sell calls of, let's say, 12,500 and above. If they want to be complete OTM sellers, they can go and sell 12,820 and above. So that's how I look at Maruti Suzuki. If it stays within this range, even option sellers, I think X, because at some point it's going to break it, and it's going to break it in a nasty way that will not let you recover on any side. So that is why I'm saying I think Maruti is only for option buyers and option sellers who are ready to do directional ones, either 12,820 breaks or 12,225 breaks. So next, now we'll move on to Eicher Motors. Now Eicher Motors is closed with the same conundrum sort of as Maruti, but the price bar which is formed is not strong bearish legs, which we had in Maruti Suzuki. Now Eicher Motors, according to me, as long as it's between 5,705 and 5,350, this is a big box range that is trading in. So within this range, equity traders, X again, do not consider. Until it breaks one of these ends, it's not worth it. Option buyers, intraday, you've got an opportunity. If it breaks the low of Friday, you've got a shot to 5,415 and 5,350. But again, like I said in Maruti, option buyers have to keep this purely intraday. Position is not going to work right now. Then option sellers, you can sell this big range if you want, but I would prefer that if it broke the low of Friday, then you can sell calls above 5,625 or 5,705. If you want to be very aggressive, above 5,500 even. but that's very, very aggressive. So you better know what you're doing. If it breaks 5350, then the big move will come to 5220. So most of the stocks, like you're seeing, both auto stocks, both are stuck in a range. But I think the one which will give a better trade is Maruti Suzuki rather than Eicher Motors, as Maruti is in a position which can give a very juicy down move if just that support was to give in. Next, we'll take a look at Britannia. Britannia is again a box range stock, but I've chosen to cover Britannia as how I'm watching it is number one, it has basically gone and got rejected at the resistance zones, even general resistance, even quant resistance. So as long as it be to below 5980, this is going to continue being a setup which bears can exploit at some point. If it breaks 5980, then it's going to open its bullish wings and it's going to literally take off. However, if it breaks the low of Friday, option buyers can get a short to 5675. Option sellers can go and sell calls above this part, and they'll sort of be secure according to me. On the other hand, if it breaks 5675, then it's going down to 5470 and 5360. To explain in a cleaner manner, basically between 5980 and 5675, Britannia is in a box range. Either side of this range breaks, it's a big trade which will come. Within this trade is going to be small trades which option sellers can get something in. Option buyers can get something in today. Equity traders, until it breaks 5980, this is again another big X. Generally, if you look at the market as a whole, due to what is going on because of mainly one guy in the world called Trump, a lot of the stocks either are range bound, like today all three which I've covered, they're completely range bound, and they've been range bound for quite some time. So they're now going to have to make a shift on which direction they want to go, and that is going to be the key thing to watch for all of these names. So that's it for today's video. If you liked it, then hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also click the notification bell. Thank you.